I hope to see you there. Good morning, folks, and happy, well, it's definitely not morning anymore, but happy Sunday. I guess I should say good afternoon and happy Sunday. We slept like a freaking rock last night, or this morning, once we finally hit the hay, because we did indeed come in after working last night and hop on the games, and then we finally went to bed at like 7 o'clock this morning. So, I mean, I can't feel too bad that we kind of slept the whole day away. I want to say it's completely on me, but partially my fault. I mean, I could have came in and went straight to bed after work, but that would have been no fun. Plus, we have nothing really on the schedule today. We have no practice today. We have no really anything today. So I figured, why not stay up and play a little bit of games? So that's what we did. We stayed up and we played some games. We caught a few dubs. And then we slept until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Now I feel like a bum. Because who sleeps till 1 in the afternoon? I mean, I guess someone who stays up till 7 o'clock in the morning, but still. We're trying to vlog for a whole year. What are we going to vlog when we wake up at 1 o'clock and then we're going to go to bed at like 10? What are we supposed to yap about all day? Nothing. Goofball. But, folks, something I forgot to mention last night that I just thought was like the most wholesome experience I think I've ever seen in my life. There's a church group that comes by the club, and they come in and they pray, and they give the dancers a little gift bag, some roses, all that stuff. But the most important thing they do is they pray. And it's not like they're like, you don't have to do this life, blah, 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 this and that. No, I don't think it's that they're doing that. I think they're more just trying to just let them know that someone loves them. Not like, hey, you don't need to live this life. They're not like super pushy with them. They just go, I came in to give y'all gifty bags, and I want to pray with y'all and let y'all know that someone loves you. And I just think that it's the most wholesome thing ever. Beautiful. Because in a lot of church communities, Christians are very judgmental. We are. And to know that there's a few Christians out there who are coming in and are speaking the word of God into these ladies just filled my heart with freaking joy last night. Straight joy. So, and I mean, I guess it works, because, I mean, none of the dancers gave us any problems there, and some of the best moods I've ever seen any of them in. The power of Christ. The power of Christ, folks. But, I guess let's start getting this day going. Let's go get a little bit of food in our bellies, get our medicine in us, because, as you can hear, I am losing my voice again. Maybe the smoke-ridden club was not the best move when you got some sinal issues going on. You know what I mean, folks? But I guess let's go grab some grub, go make up some grub, and then see where the rest of this day takes us. I know JB's got to head on across the state of Georgia to go make people feel better today than they did yesterday. So we probably will spend the first 2-3 hours of the day just trying to make sure we don't wake her. But then after that, it is games on, folks. Games on. So let's go get some grub and see where the beginning of this day may take us. So after we had made it back inside, JB had sat up out of bed and goes, "What are you doing? Where are you going?" I was like, to to go make me some breakfast. She's like, where are you going for breakfast? I was like, upstairs in the refrigerator. She was like, I gotta be up in an hour. I set my alarm set for an hour. I was like, okay. So is that you saying you want me to wait on you? She's like, I mean, you don't have to, but I mean, if you want to, it would be nice. So we went with a banana so that we could take her antibiotics and a shower. And now she is up and moving. So I guess we're going to go get us some grub in our bellies and then send her on her merry way to go make people feel better today than they did yesterday. And then we are going to probably just play some games. But we will see where the day takes us. We may find something interesting to do today. Who knows? Who freaking knows, folks? Not me. Not me. So last Sunday, we went to a local pizza spot in the town and grabbed our mom's a loaded baked potato pizza. And that joker has just been on my mind all week long. So, I guess we're gonna go get us a loaded baked potato pizza, folks. Alrighty, folks, we have made it downtown, but JB has left me with that much space to get out of this car. So I guess we're gonna climb through the freaking driver's seat to get out of this joker. I think I can do it from here. Just squeeze. Don't break the door. We made it out. Well, our loaded baked potato pizza hit the freaking spot. But now we've got to boogie on back home and get JB on the road so she can go make people feel better today than they did yesterday while she feels like straight garbo. And while I most likely get on COD and heckle folks, because that's what we do on Sundays. Well, folks, we haven't made it home. Let's take our splendid pizza and our Call of Duty ready selves inside and I guess hop on some games, folks. Well, folks, we have said our farewells to JB, sent her on her merry way to go make people feel better today than they did yesterday. Now I guess let's let these games begin. I hope to see you there. Well, with the little bit of time that we did have left in the day after sending JB on her merry way to go make people feel better today than they did yesterday, we spent it playing a little bit of Fort. And let me tell you, folks, that game was just not being our friends today. Goodness gracious, we were getting smacked around left, right, and center. But we were having fun, kicking it with the bro. But my brain has been on that freaking baked potato pizza all day. Because low-key, we got out a little bit too late. And it took a little bit too long to get to the table. So we didn't have nearly as long as we wanted to eat it. So we took the rest to go, of course. That's what we're going to go grub down on. That's all I've been thinking of. We were running a little bit behind. We had to get JB out the door to go make people feel better today than they did yesterday. So we had to, speed rush through our pizza. So the only thing I have been thinking about those whole entire games was some freaking pizza. So I guess we're going to go grub down on some pizza. And then probably hop back on some games. Probably play a little bit of COD. Then hop back on the Fort. And a little bit after, making people upset by giving them a bit of battle spray. But folks, traditionally I'd be pretty ticked off about wasting my whole day. We didn't get to get outside really at all today. We didn't get to really do anything. We woke up. We took a shower. We went and got pizza with JB. Then we came back home. We hopped on the games. We played for, I think, 2 hours of Fortnite. And then we couldn't stop thinking about the pizza. So we're going to get some more pizza. Obviously, we're not going. We're going to eat the rest of the pizza. Let me rephrase that. We're going to eat the rest of the pizza. And traditionally, I'd be pretty ticked off. I'd be like, damn, I've wasted the whole day. I didn't get active today. I didn't do nothing. But honestly, I'm not too upset. I mean, considering we felt like dog shit the past 3 days, and then I had to stay up till 4 a.m. the past 2 days, I'm not too upset that we have spent our day doing absolutely nothing. Because then tomorrow, we'll be nice and rejuvenated, ready to go get better tomorrow than we were today, being able to hit the ground running in the morning. You know what I mean, folks? A little balance in our life. Can't really have balance as a fighter, but it's nice to pretend you do. And every now and then, a little reset day is okay. Obviously, not every day. Maybe not even every week. Maybe not even every month. But once in the blue moon, doing absolutely nothing but playing some games with you and the bros, I'd say it's pretty okay. Why not? If it's what unwinds you, brother, unwind, homie, unwind. But let's stop yapping and let's go freaking grub down on these last few pieces of pizza, then hop back on, play a little bit of COD, maybe play a little bit more Fort, then call it a freaking night, folks. Like I said, we're pretty much doing absolutely nothing today. Nothing. We're recovering from this illness. We're playing games, hanging with the homies, so that tomorrow we can wake up and get better tomorrow than we were today, and hopefully put this yuck behind us. Well, sadly, our pizza was not nearly as good warmed up as it was fresh, but it was still good. It just wasn't as good, if you know what I mean. But folks, I guess we're gonna friggin' hop back on the games. We're gonna try not to stay up too terribly late, but it is already 10 o'clock, so that may be a little bit of a challenge, but I'm always up for a good challenge. Let's see if we can get into bed at a decent hour. I guess the decent hour would be me going to bed right now. But we can't go to bed right now. We ain't even played COD on a Sunday. You know what I mean? So let's hop on here. Let's play a little bit, and then let's see if we can get our butts in bed at like I said, a decent hour. Well, we did not complete our goal of trying to get into bed at a decent hour. It is freaking 1 o'clock in the morning, and we are just now getting done playing games. And we would have still been playing if I wouldn't have looked down and been like, oh shit, it's 1:10. We need to get our butts to bed. But we were having a good time, heckling with the Call of Duty community, chit-chat with you guys. A big fat thank you to everyone who tuned in, because, well, there would be no live community if it wasn't for you guys. I have a freaking blast playing games, heckling with people, trying hard, whatever it may be, shooting the shit with my buddies, playing Fort, playing COD, whatever it is, playing whatever game of the I've decided that we're going to play this freaking day, or whatever game that y'all have requested to play. We have a freaking good time doing it. So, of course, when it's time to get off, it gets hard, but you gotta sacrifice some fun so that you can wake up in the morning and not feel like dog poo. Because I'm one of those people who needs his 8 hours, and, well, quite frankly, recently we haven't been getting that 8 hours. But most of the time it's on me. Traditionally it's on me. Of course, past 2 nights hasn't been on me, but still, you get what I'm saying, folks. I'm just one of those people who needs that full rest. Definitely with the level of training that we do and so on and so forth. We definitely need our rest. So let's get our butts in freaking bed. A big fat thank you to y'all again. That's all I can really say. Just a big fat thank you. Every time I get off live, I'm just like, dang. I freaking love you guys. I love you folks. But I guess let's take our butts to bed and call it a freaking night, so that we can wake up tomorrow and go get better tomorrow than we were today, folks. But before we hit the hay, folks, tomorrow marks, or I guess technically today marks 12 years since the most impactful day of my life. the most painful day of my life. One of the most important days of my life. Just because of how much it impacted me. How much it hurt. The day that my brother passed away. It's always a day that's pretty tough for me and my family. I can't lie. As it's always going to be. The bond of siblings is one that is just the bond you'll never have with anyone else. Definitely when it's an older sibling. You grow up without your dad, so you look up to your big brother as like a fatherly figure. And then they're gone. And it breaks you, hurts you. I guess let me reword that. It hurts. And I guess break at certain points in life. It definitely did break me. I was 12 years old. What was I supposed to do without my big brother? I was going on in life in parts of life where you kind of need that big brother to tell you what you're supposed to do here, what you're supposed to do there, how you're supposed to do this, how you're supposed to do that, don't do this, don't do that. You kind of needed your big brother at that point. And then they weren't there anymore. And the crazy thing is we were doing the same exact thing that day. Like, probably the moment that we're speaking right now, the only thing that is different is I was doing it alone. I remember to this, literally like it was yesterday. I was playing Black Ops 2, not Black Ops 6, but it's kind of funny, we're playing Black Ops the same time we're playing Black Ops. But I had just bought a DLC pack, and in Black Ops 1, our favorite thing to do would be play on firing range. That was like one of our favorite things to do, mine and my brother's thing. So me being little brother, trying to be a pain in the ass, I was like, I'm going to cop this. I'm not going to tell him, and I'm going to play it all by myself. Well, little did I know, that would be the last time that I would had the opportunity to play with him. Very last time. I would never get that opportunity again. And what did I do? I took my PlayStation, I hid in my room, I typed in my DLC code, and I played alone. And the wild thing is that I'm pretty sure he came in there and asked, hey, can I play with you? And I said no. And he walked away. Traditionally, he would argue. And that's what I was looking for. But he didn't give it to me that day. Definitely, all I can really say is don't take time for granted, folks. Like I was saying, that was the last time I would ever have the opportunity to speak to him again, to ever play a game with him again. And what would I give to be able to play a game with him again? But nope, I turned him away. The one time that he was like, yeah, bro, let's play some games. No, I was being a little selfish asshole. And I wanted to keep it for myself. Like, he wasn't about to get to experience firing range before I get to experience it. And then 1 o'clock rolled around and I got off the game. I went to sleep. And we woke up the next day. And there was an ambulance out front. He was gone. So all I can really say, folks, is learn from me. I don't mean to make the video all sappy, but this is a vlog. It is the life of a fighter. And like I said, it's probably one of the most impactful days of my life. Literally. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. 12 years ago today, we were doing the exact same thing. The only difference was he was still breathing. And we weren't vlogging, nor were we going live with people. But I just can't preface it enough, folks. grab those loved ones, hug them, tell them you love them, because you never know when it's the last time you'll see them, and the last time you'll be able to play on firing range together. You'll never know. But that's kind of one of the beautiful things about life, is just how valuable it really is. One moment you're here, and the next you're gone. And when things like that happen, folks, because death is just inevitable. I mean, everyone's going to eventually die. Maybe they don't die at 17 for unknown causes, but everyone dies. And you can let those times kind of break you, or you can take it as it is. It sucks. It hurts. But you got to figure out how to keep moving forward. None of those loved ones are going to be like, oh, I'm dead, so it's time for you to give up too. It's not what they would want. They would want you to take your lessons from it. There's always going to be lessons. Selfishness. Valuing time. The beauty of life. It's all those things that you'll learn from it. But you can't let it break you. For a long time, I did. But goal setting, caring about myself, finding God, all those things really seem to help. It's very powerful, the power of God, the power of exercise, and the power of goal setting, and the power of just refusing to give up does for you. But I think the true point of it is God. Because so long I was so angry at him. The moment I stopped being angry at God, I was able to pull myself out of that depression, out of that hole, out of that slump I was in. Take it as he has a plan. I don't know what the plan is. Maybe I don't always agree with the plan, but he has a freaking plan. So, I guess let's get to bed, folks. Call it a night. I hate to get all sappy on y'all, but like I said, today is the day that honestly built me the most. Till tomorrow, folks. Good night. BillyGoat loves you.